but obviously, having some problems here trying to get that full race rundown here, Chad. So I think we're going to move into the LCQ here.
Yeah, looking at the last chance showdown for sponsored by Integra Racing Shocks as we get ready to go. Last chance showdown, Bradley Bauer with the 32, Tommy Rowe alongside with his number 38, Jeffrey Smith's 029, Ian Blanchard with a 39, Austin Wagner's 19, Blake Brown starts outside of row number 3, Tyler Schoening inside of row 4 with Stephen Bauman alongside, and your last row with a lot of work to do here, Dustin Beck and Dustin Beard.
So 10 drivers going for 6 transfers here, 14 laps the distance, 4 more laps than we saw in those heat races here. This last chance showdown brought to you once again by Integra Racing Shocks. So 4 drivers' hopes will come to an end of making tonight's feature event. And but they're going to have 14 laps here, so 4 extra laps for some of these guys coming from the final 2 rows here, Todd. They're going to have plenty of time. And as we've seen, this racetrack is in prime position to make up some spots here.
It is, and they're going to need that time, the guys coming from the back. That's why we'll extend this to 14 laps, but it'll still be the top 6 as we get ready to go here. This is, of course, preliminary show number 1, brought to you by Hoosier Racing Tire, as we get ready to throw the green here down off the corner.
And green flag is in the air. Tommy Rowe Jr. will jump out with the early race lead in that 38 car. Down on the inside, the 32 of Bradley Bauer. They make contact down the backstretch. Here comes the mellow yellow, number 29 of Jeffrey Smith, trying to make it a 3-wide battle for the race lead. And behind him, they are 2 and 3 wide back through the field.
Boy, great battle here up on the outside is Bauer, the Wilmington, Illinois driver, the Moon Power Green Hat Chassis. Number 32 machine out in front, headed to turn number 1, but he's got a hungry field behind him.
Oh my goodness, these guys are all over each other through 3 and 4 coming around this time by. Put lap number 3 in the books. Your race leader still Bradley Bauer in the 32, as there goes the 29 of Jeffrey Smith up to second, makes by Tommy Rowe Jr., and now he's pursued by the 74 of Blake Brown and the 19 of Austin Wagner.
Smith working the inside line here with the 029 up the back straightaway. About a car length behind, but 2 totally different lines here with Bauer up on the top side, Smith on the bottom, and the 38 of Rowe there for that number 3 spot, trying to take advantage of this. Remember, top 6 will transfer here out of Integra Shocks Last Chance Showdown.
First driver, 1 spot out is the 39 of Ian Blanchard back in 7th. You see him in that black and red 39 car trying to work to the inside of the 19 car of Austin Wagner, side by side down the backstretch for the final transfer spot. Wagner up top, Blanchard through the middle, and it looks like Wagner might get held up by those 2 guys on the outside groove, and that might play into the hands of Ian Blanchard, as now one of those cars moves down to the middle and allows that 19 to get away just a little bit here, Todd.
Blanchard's going to work here. Good battle for the number 1 spot. Don't want to miss that. They're still side by side. Bauer's going to fall back to that number 2 position now as he lost the lead up on the outside lane.
Yeah, the bottom looks really, really good right now as Jeffrey Smith is rolling himself some hot bottom, that mellow yellow number 29 machine, out to the top spot over Bradley Bauer, Dustin Beck. Wagner now to 4th, and behind them, it's a absolute door fest between Blake Brown, Ian Blanchard, and Tommy Rowe Jr. Rowe, who started on the front row of this thing, now slips out of the transfer spot back to 7th.
Dustin Beck looks to be chewing these guys up here a little bit. The Petersburg, Indiana driver, the NOS Energy Drink machine, up into the top 3, looking for the podium finish here, looking for a little bit more. And Chase, these guys are starting to move to the bottom a little bit more. You got a bottom lane and a top lane here.
Yeah, this is fantastic stuff here at the Faribury American Legion Speedway. Still side by side for the top spot. Smith able to clear him off the corner, but Bradley Bauer able to get that momentum down the front straightaway and down the back straightaway to get back even with that 29 machine. As now looks like the 29's got him clear. Bauer continues to work the high side with Justin Beck, that NOS Energy Drink number 75 car, working back to the inside of Bauer. Good 3-car battle for the race lead. And behind those guys, a great battle for the final transfer spot between Ian Blanchard and Tommy Rowe Jr.
Yeah, Blanchard working there, the Welland, Ontario, Canada driver, trying to work his way through into a transfer here as they go side by side up in between the corners. High side here for Blanchard up the back, trying to work it side by side in between the turns.
2 black and red machines, the 38 and the 39. It's Tommy Rowe on the inside and Ian Blanchard on the outside. One of those drivers is not going to make the show, and it looks like Rowe's got the middle working here pretty well, Todd, but Blanchard has that momentum, which is carrying him to in front of that 38 machine. Next time by is the white flag, and we've got a 3-car race for the lead. We got a 2-car battle for the final transfer spot as they come to the white.
Yeah, Rowe to the bottom here, the Olive Branch, Mississippi driver, the Team VLR entry side by side. We're watching it here, Chase. This is the battle, side by side. Who will make it to the feature go?
down the back straightaway here for the final time at the Faribury American Legion Speedway in the last chance showdown. Rowe's going to drive it in deep up the racetrack. Might be some contact off turn 4, and there will be, but Ian Blanchard will hang on to the 6th and final transfer spot here in the LCQ, brought to you by Integra Racing Shocks. He will move on to the show along with Austin Wagner, Blake Brown, Dustin Beck, Bradley Bauer, and Jeffrey Smith. Those are your 6 transfers. Tommy Rowe, Tyler Schoening, Dustin Beard, and Stephen Bowman. Their nights will come to an end.